Hello, we're looking ahead today to Thursday for all of the economic data set for release, and we're going to start with the New Zealand data. Yes, we've got it just here. It's the interest rate decision. Now, a poll by Bloomberg released on Friday showed that 8 out of 15 economists expected the rate to be cut by 25 basis points to a new record low of 2%. Now, according to the OECD's latest report, New Zealand should be one of the stronger growing economies in the developed world this coming year, although its pace of growth has been trimmed in their outlook, and it's said that the government needs to deal with growing inequality in society then. Let's talk about Japan, because that's the next one. We're awaiting the machinery orders. Now, April expectations are set to come in at minus 3.8%. Now, last month, this number was up 5.5%. So this number can be incredibly volatile, but it's a popular proxy for capital expenditure. So we will be watching that closely. We're also going to check out China, because it's due to release their inflation rate, with expectations set to come in at minus 0.2% for that number, which could represent weak demand in the world's second biggest economy, but it could also give the central bank more leeway to ease monetary policy. In Europe, we're going to await the trade balance for actually the biggest economies. So we've got Germany to look out for, and the UK as well. Let's start with Germany, because it's set to report a trade balance of 20.1 billion euros. This is a drop from the largest current account deficit on record, as trade in goods reported a surplus of 29 billion euros in March. Still impressive though when you compare it with other countries. We're going to do that now with the UK, because it's quite a different picture, set to come in at minus £4 billion. Now, the gap for the first quarter was the highest in 8 years, as weak external demand weighed on exports. Let's move on and talk about the US, because we await the initial jobless claims set to come in at 270,000 for that one there. Now, this follows Friday's shockingly low non-farm payroll number, which came in at 38,000 when the market was expecting about 260,000. Now, this marks actually the fewest in 6 years. So we are focusing on the US jobs market very much so at the moment. Other US stats to look out for include the wholesale inventories, with April expectations set to come in at 0.1% there. Then we await another EU referendum debate this time. It's also going to take place on ITV, but we've got Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland, who was recently voted the second most powerful woman in the UK, behind the Queen, of course. We're celebrating the Queen's birthday, aren't we, on Saturday as well. Now, she'll be representing the Stay campaign, and it will be interesting to hear if she mentions what Scotland will do if Brexit does indeed happen. Boris Johnson will also stand on the podium and try to convince the British public why life outside the EU will be a better one. That's all to look out for on Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.